Censor by Junji Ito is the latest story of his. It is another cosmic horror. It is actually a collection of smaller stories. I think it written in the back. I'm just going to read it real quick. Basically, oh shit, it's not even here. Yes, the afterword. He serialized a story called Travelogue of the Succubus. So now it's called Censor. It's based off a rough structure of a character named Kyoko Bayakura. She's a mysterious woman with golden hair, and we sort of get her prologue story. This is another one of those collections where it's all interconnected, which I liked. I mean, Junji Ito does have two kinds of collections. He's got his short story collections, which are like almost like adult version of Goosebumps, where like sometimes they're very short, but they leave you a lasting impression, you know, like a last minute twist, like, oh no, the caterpillar was coming out of his body the whole time or something. And then they have the longer ones, like some of my favorites, my favorite of his being Uzumaki. Oh, is that the only one that I like that's long form? Yeah, I think that might be the only one that I like that's long form. I wasn't a fan of Ramina. But Censor is a little bit better than Ramina. It's a sort of cosmic horror about this mysterious woman and hair. And when a volcanic eruption happens, there's this phenomenon called angel hair or something, where lava basically falls out but in thin strands, but there's like this sort of mystical version, and there's like a dark god. There's a lot of weird, ambitious story elements in this. Artwork is great too. There's like this creepy chapter with bugs, and yeah, it's actually pretty wild. I mean, I didn't necessarily love it, but I liked it. I enjoyed it still, and it's better than Ramina. So Censor definitely is a step up, and I really enjoyed being sucked into the sort of weird story. It's probably one of his more ambitious storylines, because it's just really out there in terms of, it's different from all of his other stuff because it's more of a cosmic horror. If you're unfamiliar, cosmic horror is like H.P. Lovecraft, where it's like the threat is something like on the horizon that you can't quite fathom, like a planet in the distance like coming to collide with Earth, and it's like living, or like an entity from in a portal that just like has this dark influence on you, and everyone feels like shit. It's something that's not entirely always tangible, and always hard to do in film. It's easier to do in books and graphic novels though. So Censor is pretty interesting. I definitely check it out if you're a fan of Junji Ito. It's like it's a sci-fi sort of inspired horror. So if you're not into that, then don't check it out. But I definitely thought it was worth checking out if you're into for something spooky this October season.